Hi students, in the last class we saw the concepts as well as the problems on the input and the output ratio. Okay, so in this input and output ratio we have to ascertain the actual input output ratio as well as the standard input output ratio as well as the standard raw material cost of finished output, or you can say the actual material cost of finished output. Okay, so these four things we have to ascertain. Okay, so and as well as the formula of the actual input output ratio. It's the formula is what's the actual input divided by actual output. Okay, now what is the formula for the standard input output? It is the standard input divided by standard output, as well as the formula for the actual cost of raw material per kg, cost of raw material into actual input output ratio. Okay, so these are the formulas, as well as the formula for the standard cost of material per kg is what's the cost of raw material into the standard input output ratio. Okay, so these are the formulas for the to calculate the actual input output ratio, standard input output ratio, as well as the cost of actual cost of material per kg, or I can say the standard cost of material per kg. So these are the formulas are there. Okay, so now we'll see the next problems on that, the problem number 3. So see here, an industry uses a particular raw material which cost rupees 15 per kg and its input output ratio is 50%. On account of sudden shortage of this material, the company is compelled to use substitutes keeping in view the quality factor. The following two substitutes are considered. Okay, so in this problems only we have to ascertain the cost of raw material, because the actual input output ratio there is a need to calculate, as well as the standard input output ratio there, so there is no need to calculate, but we have to calculate the actual cost of raw materials. There is no need to calculate the standard actual cost of and standard cost of materials. There is no need to keep calculate because the information is not there. Okay, so now just try to understand the problem is this here. An industry uses a particular raw material. Okay, so one type of industry is there, and this industry daily they are using one regular product or regular materials, that is first sorry that the per kg is rupees 15, and its input output ratio is what's 15, but there is a lack of this material, or there is unavailable, there is no available this material. So this is, it means what, this is the shortage for this product. Some substitutes are there. Okay, what some substitutes are there. So which are the substitutes? Substitute 1 and substitute 2. Okay, rate per kg for the first substitute is the 16 per kg, and the input output ratio is what, 140%, and for the second substitute for the rate per kg is rupees 14, and the input output ratio is what, 180. Okay, so now we have to calculate the cost of raw material, as well as recommend which of the above substitutes is beneficial to the industry, or which is the economical out of these two substitutes. Okay, so because this whatever they are using the material, before they are using materials, this material is not available. Okay, so it is a shortage, that's why they want to use these substitutes, but they are not understanding which is the beneficial or which is the economical material for the production purpose. So for that purpose we have to calculate that the cost of raw material. Okay, and what's the formula of the cost of raw material? The formula is what is equal to per kg cost into input output rate per kg. Okay, so now for the first substitute, rate per kg is given. So see here, rate per kg is a 16 into input output ratio is 140%. Okay, so 140% means what, 140 divided by 100, you will get the answer. It's 22.40% for the cost for the first substitute. Okay, whatever its material is there, so the cost is what, 22.40%. Okay, so for the second substitutes, the rate per kg is a 14 and input output ratio, so this 14 into 180 divided by 100. Okay, so the answer is what's the 25.20. Okay, so this is the cost of the second substitutes. Okay, so now just we have to give the suggestions which is the beneficial for the production. Okay, so which they have to purchase. Okay, so they want to purchase this first substitute because it is a beneficial as well as it is an economical. Okay, the substitute A is recommended because it is more economical. Okay, so because it's more economical, that's why it is a use. Okay, so like this we have to solve the problem. Next, problem number 4, just see, a chemical industry use the material A is raw material. This chemical cost of rupees 10 per kg and input output ratio is 125%. On account of sudden shortage this material, the company is compelled to use substitutes keeping in the quality foods. Okay, so the this problem also same related to the earlier problem we solved. So just see here, so this is the chemical industry is there, and so this chemical industry is using A material. Okay, so this is the A raw material, but they don't have now, it is a finished or it is not available in the go down. Okay, so it's a lack of this material. Okay, so for that purpose some substitutes are there. Okay, so material X, material Y, so substitutes are there. Okay, which is beneficial for which is economically you have to ascertain. Okay, so now like this we have to solve. The cost of raw material is equal to per kg cost into input output ratio per kg. Okay, for the first X substitutes, rate per kg is what's 12 into input output ratio is 110 divided by 100 is equal to 13.2. And for the X Y substitute is what the rate per kg is what's 9 into input output ratio is the 150. So 150 divided by 100 is equal to answer is what 13.5. Okay, so actually some different point difference are there, so otherwise the both will be the beneficial. So but more beneficial is what's the X product. Okay, so X material is what's the beneficial because 13.2 is cost is there, the 13.2 percentage is there. Okay, so this X is recommended because it is a more economical. Okay, so like this we have to solve problem on this input output ratio. Okay, so I hope you will understand. So you should know the all the formulas. Okay, so what's the formula of the actual input output ratio, what's the formula of the standard input output ratio, what's the formula of the actual cost of material per kg, what's the formula of the standard cost of raw material per kg. All these ratios you should know, then it is very possible, it's very easy to calculate the input output ratios. Okay, so I hope you will understand this. If you did not understand, you can contact me. Okay, so thank you.